I wanted to start off by asking, how did you feel about the fight when it got presented to you, when it got made? What was your feeling towards this fight against you and Fundora?
I was just like, man, I instantly want this fight. There was no hesitation. Like they mentioned there was a possibility, and I was like, sure, like I'll sign that right now. So it was just excitement, man. Like just crazy. I told them I wanted the biggest opportunities, whether it was at 154 or 160, and they presented that one, and I jumped on it. I said absolutely.
Yeah, it's funny. I was gonna bring that up when we met in Vegas. You were like, "Hey, listen, I'll fight at 160 or 154. Wherever the opportunity lands." Did you have any considerations of staying at 160? Did they present you any fighters at 160?
Not really. It was a lot of like, oh, maybe this, maybe that, but it was like nothing solid. And yeah, I mean, like it's still there though at 160. If some kind of title fight or something big pops up at 160, I'll jump for that too. So I feel comfortable in both weight classes. Now I just feel like I could get big opportunities in either one, but definitely, made some noise in the 154-pound division, so we'll probably stay there for a while.
That you did, man. That you did. What was the game plan for that fight? Yeah, what was the game plan for you and Fundora?
The game plan, was just chop that tree. Is everybody always tries to match his height, tries to, headhunt, and I was like, no, like I'm gonna be hitting, his arms, his body, his gloves, whatever. Just what's in front of me. I can't kind of just be staring up the whole time and trying to just do these weird like Superman jump shots. So no, it was just that, it was just and I know the guy's a machine, so it was break the machine down little by little, and that's how we went. Just chopping that tree, just chipping away at it, and then that's what started giving us those openings later in the fight. So we always knew we would have either maybe a late stoppage or just a big second half to be able to walk away with the decision.
Okay. Uh, so it was a tough fight. Two of the judges had it a shutout in favor of Fundora. One of the judges had
Hmm.
only gave you one round. I'm not sure if you were aware of the scorecards. Were you
Yeah.
aware that you were losing the fight?
I mean, yeah, I was aware, but I did think I won maybe like, the first or second just off the strength that like he didn't really do anything and I did a little something, but I know he was walking forward, but that was, but it's cool. I was up against it. Like you said, like the two judges that had me a shutout they're also judges from California. I was in California fighting a fighter from California. The judges are from California. We knew what it was going in. I never cared. That's why you saw me even in between the rounds, I was just calm, relaxed, composed because I knew I wasn't really there to try to win on points anyway. But I just knew, the first half it was most likely going to be his anyway, and I needed to break him down enough to be able to take over in the second half, and that's kind of what you started to see in that moment.
Oh, so you were going in there for a knockout because you wanted to solidify like that. The game plan was to knock him out because you weren't going to trust the judges, considering he's from California and the fight's in California.
I wouldn't say the game plan was to knock him out. I just knew that there was a high possibility that's what we needed. And I think that showed because they were not giving me even like close rounds. So like, we just knew what we were up against, but it wasn't. We never trained. Okay, land one big shot, land one big shot. It was always like just chip away. You even saw me a few times landing some combinations. Kind of just touching. It looked like, but that's what the whole game plan was, and we were expecting to have a huge second half of that fight.